Alright. We're here, round 2 of the Vintage Challenge. Playing Dack PO. We got S063. S063. SC063 magic finishes. He has 1 Legacy League with Ad Nauseam Tendrils. All I got. Let's see. This hand is pretty bad. Both POs are basically blanks. Our ponder has to be very good for this hand to be. Maybe this hand's fine. No, I don't think so. There's too many blanks in our hand. We just have more powerful hands than this. Go mulligan. This hand also has a blank. Hand's also pretty medium. Kind of off this hand too. This 5-card hand is something I'd probably keep, but it just doesn't do anything. PO's such a strong deck that really should be looking for more powerful mulligans. There's a lot of mulligans to 4 and 5 that can just win the game on turn 1, so I think it's in our benefit to keep mulliganing. Especially if he ends up not being a forcible deck and we have a powerful 4 or 5, then we're in a pretty good spot. Hey P9, how's it going? Did you win round 1? Did not look. Where'd he go? I did not win round 1. Now he has to play Lamp a lot? That's rough. Rough time. Everyone's playing the Power 9's decks now, though. So much PO Storm. Yeah, we're currently waiting on our opponent. He finally kept. We're gonna mulligan. This hand is like classic. This hand's pretty bad, but that's a nice draw. Fine. We're like very likely to lose with this hand to most things, but it might misrepresent what we're doing, which is kind of nice. This hand's like still okay against shops. Fortunately, it's not shops. This is a standstill. I would probably just be okay with that. Time Walk is annoying, but not the worst. Pretty sure we lose to a Dack here. Soul Ring, huh? So is he a PO deck? This could just be PO for 2, Esper PO. Well, I'm very, very likely to just jam this Grudge into this Soul Ring, so. This is a Mentor? Oh, it's a key. Ah. We're so far behind. Maybe we're not supposed to keep Soul Ring on top. Maybe we're supposed to fetch it away. So the plus side of doing it now is he doesn't have a very good PO draw. I think it's fine to do this now. This like cuts off him drawing PO or like casting PO. The problem is it does die to a Time Vault. We might get Flusterstorm though. Urkel's Recall, huh? That's pretty good too. I guess having Soul Ring does mean we get to play Dack next turn. Which means if we don't die this turn, we can stop him from killing us with this Voltaic Key. I don't think I would play around Urkel myself there. There's definitely some upsides to not playing Ancient Grudge there and waiting till his turn. My problem with that is it makes it so he has a very live cast PO. Oh, now he's going to hold all his things so that he can't get grudged. I like that. That's basically one of the worst draws in our deck, but we have a Dack, so it's not the worst if our Dack actually resolves. But we do know he has a couple artifacts in hand, so it's impossible this resolves. So this did resolve. Do I want to steal the Sapphire? I think I do want to steal the Sapphire. Gives us some better loots next turn. So now if he has like a time vault, he can just kill us because he knows he can't force a will him, but I think that's not too big a deal. We're pretty far behind in this game as it is. The Tinker? Oh, a Night's Whisper. So he's just playing Esper, Night's Whisper, PO. So it's our second match in a row versus Esper, PO. Alright, so he's got a key. So we don't know any more cards in his hand. That's a good draw, though. I'm willing to go for just an Ancestral here. I would like to be able to flashback Grudge, so I do kind of want to fetch land. Ancestral makes our Dack plus like so much better. Oh, he has a Force of Will. Okay, so we got his Paradoxical outcome, which I guess that's a reasonable play, but so we're gonna keep the best one card out of our top three. Tinker is a nice one. Yeah, we'll just make him kill us. Pretty alright with that. He's already used his Hercules. You'd have to have a Yogwill. This works with me. I'll tinker away this guy's Sapphire. That puts another card in his yard, but it's rather than tinkering away our thing. So, if he has a Time Vault or a PO, might lose. If not, we're definitely going to put him... If we win this game, that's quite surprising. If he had like a Vampiric Tutor there, we were dead, but it's a PO. Yeah, it looks like it's a PO. Everyone hold their breath. Draw 4, he says. How good can his draw 4 be? So that means he had a second, he had PO Force. That's kind of nuts. It means our Ancient Grudge play was like pretty okay. Oh god, and a library draw? He had, yeah, 7 cards. So he still has to beat this or kill us. I guess he could play a Mentor as well. That would that could hold down the fort. All right. He's got a lot of artifacts. 4 more artifacts to play. That's a pretty good one. He only needs 3 monks to... He only needs 2 monks to survive. We'll see if he plays his key out here. I hope he does. I'd like to just take his key. I guess he doesn't really need his key to win, so it's possible I just want to be plussing my Grudge. You know, I just want to be plussing Dack because I want to be able to hit a green for Grudge, which will stop the key from killing us. I guess theoretically he could still PO combo here, which is kind of nuts. Even though he pitched one. Is he going to PO again? Oh, he's going to Night's Whisper. Sure. Pretty rough shape. His hand was really good. So what are our best hits? I don't even know. I guess our best hit is Time Vault. We just take his Voltaic key and kill him. We're very likely dead on the next turn, though. Just the monks. Top. I'd like to look at my top 3. I think the best thing that can happen for me is I just get a time ball. None of these cards are remotely playable. So I'm going to get a fetch land, fetch away, and then plus my Dack. Because plusing my Dack doesn't really do anything though. I guess I'll just gain control of his key. Does fetching away do anything? It gives me one more draw, but then I don't get to look 4 deep. I guess I can take his. I can't really take his opal and cast Grudge. I want to take his key. I could take his soul ring. I don't really need to take his soul ring. I'm probably just dead to the monks anyways. See how he blocks, I guess. So he loses 2 monks. He only has to play like 1 spell, so as long as he activates top. Guess we'll steal his key. And we won't activate, because that gives us the most looks. Alright, we're very likely just gonna die. But it's likely, yeah, he should just activate his top so he can play top next turn. Gives him 10, 13. He needs to play 2 spells, basically. Oh, he has another key, huh? We were pretty close to coming out of that. I wonder... I still think our Blightsteel line was fine. We were pretty close to coming out of that one alive. For a mulligan with like a not very playable hand, it was not too bad. I wonder if we screwed up with our Grudge. But then he would have just PO'd, so... I'm just trying to keep show us a couple more cards to see if there's anything else. No point in conceding yet. Gonna kill us very fast anyways. Him having forced PO as his last 3 cards was probably impossible for us to beat, so not too big a deal. We're gonna go into game 2. We're gonna sideboard like we wanted to sideboard versus our first opponent. Though our first opponent was on a slightly different deck. We're just gonna bring in our Flusterstorm and our Ancient Grudge. And I think I'm gonna take out a Hercules Recall. I think I'd like to take out Blightsteel Tinker. See how this goes. A little hard for, it's really hard for him to leave in Blight. I don't think this is a Karn matchup because I think you're trying to combo. It's really hard for him to leave in Blightsteel because we showed him Dack. So we're gonna keep this hand. We have a Force of Will, we have a Flusterstorm, one more Mox, one more Mox turns on our whole suite, which gives us a good spot to be POing. I really like this hand. This is a pretty strong one. Like, it gets obviously a lot better if we draw like a Mana Crypt or a PO off the top, but it's a good place to be too. He did bring in Karn, which is interesting. So he has a Karn turn 1. Kind of unfortunate. I have to counter that. The library is nice for us, but it's not going to let us, not going to be able to get on the library. I guess we can dream, right? Holding up Fluster is not really going to do anything this turn. If he decides to not go all in on his Karn, then we get to go on library, so play library. Fortunately, we're going to have to pitch our dig, but not much we can do there. So, just pretty very likely he goes on Karn here. Force us to use Force of Will. He drew a Sapphire for turn. He preordained. I guess that's a reason to, well, I guess that's a reason to lead with a blue land so that we can have Force and Fluster in case he draws Force. It could just cost us the game, I guess. No, it did not. So he has one unknown. We have not much happening. Except for that. That happened. Yeah, we're like 100% to go in on that. Hopefully we draw. Alright, so we'll just get onto library next turn. Ice Whisper is a good draw. Ice Whisper is one of his best draws. It's kind of unfortunate that we couldn't hold up Flusterstorm that turn. Alright, we're up to 7. We'll draw 8. Force is a good one. We'll play our Tundra, and we'll be able to leave up Grudge and Storm. I'm not going to play Grudge here in case he drew Flusterstorm. He passes. Plays Key. Plays 2 keys. I don't see a reason for us to play a Grudge into a Fluster here. We're probably going to need it. Lotus is a sick one. Likely we started playing a bunch of spells here, actually. Library's been pretty good to us. We basically want to hold up enough that we can play Ancient Grudge and Fluster. I think I'm down. I think I'm actually down to get off library here. I think we're substantial board advantage. Absolutely. You know, cards and hand and library are a pretty big combo as well. So because he's got 2 grudges, because he has 2 keys, there's really no reason to. Oh, he's just gonna force our Dack. That's super fine. I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna leave up our stuff. He's got no cards really left. If he goes for it, like, we just clearly blow him out. So eventually we will just get back on library, but I think like forcing putting a Dack out there is like a pretty strong play. He's just gonna demonic tutor. I can just counter this demonic tutor. I think I'm just going to counter this demonic tutor. It's a pretty reasonable value Flusterstorm there. We basically have infinite mana, not infinite mana, but we have like 1,000,000 mana as well. So pretty much any of our draws are very live. We're allowed to cast this Preordain because we can just hard cast Force of Will. Basically looking for any kind of action. I don't think we need a Flusterstorm, but I'll float that on top, I think. Top's a good one. Sure, we'll just float a Fluster on top, and then we don't need to keep this, so go like that. We want to make sure that our Tolarian taps for exactly Force of Will, so this puts us in a good spot. We've got Force Double Grudge up, and a Fluster on top. Yo, what up, Kev? It was a good trip. It was a lot of fun. Sweden's a pretty cool country. I was pretty impressed with Sweden. And ball's annoying. Counter it. I guess we do kind of. I didn't do very well at the tournament, but the hike was awesome. Really liked the hike. I don't think I need a Fluster. I'd rather get better looks. Oh, I left Fluster on top. Like an idiot. Oh, we found a PO though, so life is good. I don't want to use that. I want to use this mana. Draw. A PO for 4. That'll get us back to library, and then the game is over. I think I would have played that slightly differently if I did it again, but that was a pretty nice place to be. Alright, so now he gets to be on the play again. I mean, that's fine. Like the tournament was really just like the excuse to go hang out in Sweden for a couple weeks. So, no regrets that way for that one. His hand's a bit yikes, but I think we're keeping it. I don't know. I don't think I played great. I wasn't really super practiced with the deck, but I don't think I played poorly enough that I should be missing D2. So a little bit here, a little bit there. It's all good. Ate really well. Saw a lot of museums. Went on hiking. Fun stuff. All right, we need a lot of things. He's got a cam ball coming down next turn and a PO. Cam ball's really hard for us to beat. We do have a Dack though. Ball and a PO. Well, we can stop him from POing and force him on cam ball. I guess we could stop him from POing. Yeah, we could stop him from POing here. I don't really know if we can beat a cam ball. It's gonna be tough. Actually, probably just looting is fine. Might hit something good, right? We'll let him cast PO for 2 if he wants. Alright, we'll discard plans. Let's see if we can't find some action with this brainstorm. Not the ideal brainstorm, but it's fine. Alright, well, we can't stop him from POing. Right. But we have a lot of action. Leave this like that. So we get to cast 9 spells for the rest of the game if he casts Cannonball here. Which could just be enough. Oh, he went for PO? That's fine. I'm perfectly okay with him going for PO there. This gives us a whole turn to do whatever the heck we want. Our most important color we don't really have. Doesn't really matter. Just get a Volk. We want to draw before we activate our Dack. Gives us the most options. We can draw tons. I guess we'll play Mana Vault first. Cruise. Oh yeah, this game is very over. Hey, see you, man. Don't really need a pre-game. I guess I kind of wanted a preordain. I do need to find a white source here, like a Mox Opal. That's a light source. So let's see if we can lethal him this turn. Yeah, him going for PO there I think was greedy. But we're gonna get there. Been very impressed with Dack Faden. Card is kind of nuts. I wish I could play Dack Faden in all my decks. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to kill him next turn. Alright. Great success. Alright, it's a good start. 2 PO decks demolished. It's not the most skill testing mirror, but there's some ways you can do it, and we have some pretty sweet cards. We probably misbuilt this deck a little because we can't really... It's tough to beat a Cannonball. I didn't really think about that. It's possible we should be playing some kind of spot removal in our board. A lot of the times in the Esper PO deck, you'll play a Caracas. So you can bounce the Cannonball, but we might want to think about that for a future iteration of this deck.